Okay, let's do our reading for today so I get live on all my places. Okay, perfect. All right, it is Friday, so we are doing card pulls. Right now, I'm still looking between here and here, so forgive me. I am trying to get, hi Annie, my like restream set up, but I didn't want to bother with that today. So, okay, let's connect into the cards. As always, we do a collective pull and then we get individual card pulls based on that. So let's clear with some light language. Okay. Hi, Alicia. All right. So I am trying to look between Instagram and my Facebook group. So let's see how well I do. All right, as always, we start out with the individual, I'm sorry, not the individual, the collective. So we're gonna do that full reading now. I'm gonna go ahead and set the intention that this reading reaches those who need it. I'm an open conduit for only high vibrational messages from the divine. And there are no low vibrational energies, entities, beings, or thought forms allowed into this sacred space. I declare that those who listen to this will receive the aha that they seek, and they will know that the divine is speaking directly through me for them for the solution that they are looking for. Okay. Four of Pentacles reversed. So hitting hard here with the money stuff to start out with. Four of Pentacles reversed. This is telling me that there's kind of like some lack mindset, some fear, maybe when it comes to making investments, that we don't think that things are going to come back to us. Let's see. Let's get some clarification. What's coming up with this? The Lovers reversed. So it's really interesting with that. I just heard we feel unsupported. So when we see the Lovers, we usually think of that as like romance, a relationship, things like that. But when it comes to money, we're saying here that we're not having a really great connection here. Money is a masculine energy, okay? So if we are feeling disconnected from our own masculine energy, we are going to find that we struggle to have a healthy relationship with money, especially if we have not had the best relationships with men. Just don't see these comments very well. Hi, Gabe. Oh my gosh, I've missed you too. Hi, Alicia. Hi, Kieran. Okay. All right. Let's see what else we've got coming out. This is coming out here. Okay, so we've been working on some stuff, but it looks like we've got some shifts and changes coming in. So this is really good news for those that can relate to this, where we've been struggling with some issues around like fear, not being supported, there's not going to be enough. I'm hearing in my mind, like, I can't do enough. There's not enough that can be done. So like these feelings of almost it feels impossible, unsurmountable is another word that's coming through. Very much feeling like a lack of support. Like, how could this happen? I feel disconnected from the support, that kind of energy. Is anybody relating to that? Like, has anybody been connecting into that kind of energy when it comes to money? we go. Oh, you're coming to Virginia, Annie? You can come say hi to me. Okay, yeah, we've got a big change happening from this. So this energy is actually working on being healed right now, is what I'm getting from the rest of these cards. So if we've been in this energy in the past and we've been trying to do some intentional work, by intentional work, what I mean is really trying to raise our vibration, really trying to recalibrate our perspective of money, our relationship with money, what it means, how much we are worth, meaning our container size. So the container size is kind of like that, what is that, like a parable where it's like this man comes across another guy who's like fishing, and every time he gets a big fish, he throws it back, and he walks up to him and asks, why do you keep throwing away all the big fish? And he says, well, I only have a 9-inch frying pan, right? So we can only accept and receive what we can receive, what we have capability for receiving. So by growing our container size, by expanding that container size, we're then able to receive more. It's something I have to work with my clients on a lot when we're pricing programs, right? Because if we're trying to ask for too much at the get-go for the program, or higher amounts than we feel that we are worthy enough of or deserving of, then we're never going to sell that program, right? We're not a big enough container to hold that. This is why we hear about people who just do discovery calls and charge $3,000 for them, right? Like that's, some people think like, oh my gosh, that's insane, right? But for someone who has done the work on themselves and can hold that container, they're probably booking a good amount of those calls, right? And getting that and then charging a lot more for their services. So there's, I don't know if I would ever charge $3,000 for a discovery call though, but hey, who knows? Who knows? Never say never, right? So we are working on moving into a place where we feel more security. We have 7 of Pentacles here. So that's feeling like long-term stability, long-term financial prosperity, support. This is going to be something that we're really going to feel like we're celebrating. So 3 of Cups here, this is like exciting. Something is going to start shifting. Now, if we want to really help this kind of energy, this is going to be making sure that we're setting up our businesses in a way that provide stability and security, right? So having the right systems in place, having the right automations in place, having the right support in our businesses, okay? These are the things that create that sense of stability, security. I was talking the other day to a client about the research I've been doing on fasting, okay? I like nerd out on this kind of stuff. And so when it comes to our bodies, we operate best when we don't have stress, okay? We'll just say that. So as women, I say this, when we feel stressed and we're in this like flight or fight, we're in this all stressed out energy, we're very disconnected from our intuition, we're disconnected from our womb. And then it was interesting, because I'm reading this book about fasting, and it's talking about how when cortisol rises in the body, the sex hormones shut down. So this means that we're disconnected from our pleasure, from our creativity, from, you know, our motivation, all of these different things, from our power. And I was like, so here on the energetics level, I already understood, but this is the point. So if we're feeling stressed, then we're going to find that it's very challenging to show up in our business. We're not going to have the motivation. We're not going to have the inspiration. We're not going to have that creativity. We're going to be very disconnected from our pleasure. So focusing on our energetics, focusing on making sure that we are staying in a space where we can feel yummy, right? This is the word I use, yummy. We want to feel yummy in our businesses. It's like, this feels good. I feel safe. I feel supported. I feel secure. This should be our number one priority as women, to prioritize our energetics. Because when those are prioritized, everything else responds back to those energetics. It's a reason why I'm putting out again the light language special for the certification to become a light language practitioner for just $88, right? Because when we can utilize something like that to help us recalibrate our own energetics, it has a ripple effect into every aspect of our life. So continue doing that work. For those of you that are doing that, we're working on healing that relationship. This is going to bring in some big causes to celebrate moving into this Nine of Pentacles energy, which is like that like super successful single woman vibe, where it's like she's got it, she knows how to take care of herself, she's very self-sufficient, independent, very money savvy. So that's the energy that we're moving into. But again, it's about prioritizing the energetics. The energetics is the belief, it's the thoughts. Look at this, yeah, like this struggle energy from the Four of Pentacles, where it's like, oh, there hasn't been enough. We're moving out of that. Six of Swords. So to clarify that card, Six of Swords, upright, thank goodness, right? Moving into calmer waters. Like I just heard in my mind, the best is yet to come. What song is that? Not from a song where it's like, the best is yet to come. That's what just popped into my head. So it's like, we're really moving into this new space. Remember, just like what I talked about when I announced the special for the light language course, we are moving close to the 8-8 portal. You know, this portal opens up and it's highly activated for manifestation, for really calling in and bringing through higher vibrational experiences. So make sure that you're really tuning in and tapping into that energy, okay? Take advantage of that portal that's happening. I think that that's probably a big part of what this energy is. I'll be honest, sometimes we do these card pulls and it's like, ugh, it's kind of heavy sometimes, right? But today, this is a yummy one. This one feels yummy. Yeah, Annie, I see you. Like, selling the horse for 3 times what you paid. Like, that's definitely this kind of energy that we're moving into. All right, Judgment from the Lovers reversed. Okay, so something didn't work out. Something didn't work out the way you had hoped. Maybe you had brought on a team member. Maybe you had brought on a staff member. Maybe you had tried to collaborate with someone. Maybe you thought that like finding a romantic partner would help you somehow in your professional endeavors, things like that. So something didn't work out in that way, but that's okay. It happened for a reason. It happened to really teach you something. So there was a massive lesson with that experience. I have a feeling that with a lot of us, for this specific situation, there was a surrender of power. So it was a thought of, I'm not enough. I can't do this on my own. I need someone else to help me. I need someone else to do this for me. And now I really want to be clear that this does not mean that we have to be like toxically independent, right? That's not helpful. But we have to be very honest with ourselves, right, about the energy that we're going into things with. If we're thinking, okay, I'm going to bring this person in, or I'm going to collaborate with this person in hopes that we're going to be able to kind of ride their coattails a little bit, or they're going to be able to make some magic happen for us that we were hoping would happen, but we feared that we couldn't do it on our own. Let's be honest, okay? Really take a look. Is there any place in those energetics where we might have been in that space? This is the invitation to say, okay, where and what were the beliefs? This is what's needing to clear out. This is what we're needing to really understand that, okay, I don't need to surrender my power to someone else to be successful. I do know what I'm doing. I do know that I can trust myself. I can create something very powerful and magical myself. I don't need someone else to do it for me. Now, again, we don't want to go into the toxic independence where it's like, oh, I don't need a mentor, or I don't need a staff member, or I don't need this, right? We all need support. So it's again about being in the right energetics. It's about, am I hoping that by hiring this person, maybe it's a mentor or a staff member, that they're going to suddenly be that like magic shake that's going to like make my business just start making a ton of money. That's the wrong energy, right? It's the energy of surrender of power that we're wanting to be identifying. It's very, very different than saying, okay, cool, I'm ready to collaborate to expand. That's great, right? We always want to be open to expansion, growth, that kind of stuff. But if we found that in this situation that did not work out the way that we were hoping it would, there was any level of surrender of power because we were hoping that at some point that person would be able to like fix something for us, then that was the lesson there. It was a disempowerment. We're seeking something outside of ourselves. And this could have been in relationships. That used to be a really big struggle I used to have when it came to relationships, where it was like, oh, you know, that Prince Charming syndrome, where we were trained by our Disney cartoons, you know, movies where it's like, oh, someone's just going to come in and save the day and take care of everything. So then we're like, where is that person, right? It's you, boo. It's you. It's you stepping into that energy. But yeah, that used to be a big issue that I struggled with for a long time, where I was like, I don't know, like when is this person going to come in? If only they were here, then things would be easier, et cetera, et cetera. But it's like that's not, we're not meant to just sit around and wait for that. We can do this. Okay, so Five of Cups reversed. Okay, look, see, Five of Cups represents we're focusing too much on what didn't work instead of looking at what was working. So I talked about this earlier in the week when we did the energetics call, right? That was about focusing on gratitude. Gratitude is like an antidote for cortisol. It's an antidote for when things are not going the way that we were hoping they would or wanting them to, okay? So this is what this is representing in the reverse. It's kind of mirroring the intuitive messages that came through on Monday, where it's saying, look, stop focusing on what didn't work, the lack of not having what you want, that kind of stuff, and start really focusing on what you want to be creating, what you're wanting to experience, and what is working. What are you grateful for? What are things that you could list right now? I'd love to see them in the comments, y'all. What are some things, 3 to 5 things that you are grateful for right now, that you could be so grateful for? Even though there's all this other stuff that we still want to experience, right? There's nothing wrong with wanting to expand. There's nothing wrong with that. But focusing on what is working, what we are grateful for, what feels good within us, that's going to really pull this kind of revitalized energy up and help us get back on the right track. So I'm glad that this card came out reversed like that, because that's exactly, it's confirming that's what's going to create this long, steady, dependable turnaround, is us focusing on the gratitude. So please share with me, what is it that we're grateful for? What are some things that are working? Do we have food every day? Do we have power? Do we have a car? Do we have a phone? Do we have resources that can get us the information that we need to be able to experience the things that we want? Like, that's huge, right? We have a phone and we have a connection to the internet. We literally have everything at our fingertips to be able to create whatever it is that we want. That's huge. There's not everybody in the world has access to that, right? So immediately right there, it's like that's tapping into the realm of possibility and saying, God, I'm so grateful, right? I'm so grateful that I have access to that can really propel me and help me grow and expand and achieve something that I want. All right, so 8 of Swords here with this 3 of Cups. So that's interesting. What we're going to realize is that it was us, us that was holding ourselves back this whole time. Oh, that's the worst, right? 8 of Swords. So that one's like, I've blindfolded myself. I've tied myself up. It's me. It's these like faulty beliefs. It's these old programs. Again, it's coming back around to like the light language stuff. This is a big reason why I'm wanting more and more people to have access to this, is because the more that we can do our somatic work by allowing the light language to move through us, to clear out the old crap, right, that's been stored in our body, the old programs, upgrading our DNA, doing all of that, we're going to start shedding all of this BS energy, okay? And we're going to start realizing, like, what am I doing, right? What have I been thinking? Why did I why was I holding myself back in this way? Why was I limiting myself in this way? It's not your fault. It's what you were programmed to do. That's why. Good morning. Yes, happy Mayan Galactic New Year to you as well. Yes, yesterday was a day out of time. I talked about that. Oh, I don't know which one of these was the right one. Let's see. All right, I'm going to have one more card for this to clarify, and then we'll do the individual cards for those that are on live with me to get clarity for each individual for this one. Okay. All right. Y'all, you can't make this stuff up. So 4 of Swords here, right? With this 9 of Pentacles. So the 4 of Swords is reversed. So this is a reminder of how important this energy is. But 4 of Swords is taking that pause. It's checking for alignment. It's tuning into our body. It's being reconnected. It's making sure, does this feel aligned? Does this feel good to me? I'm not operating from angstiness, right? Of fear and reactivity and all of that kind of like being all in our nervous system. It's that regulation energy. Ooh, I'm getting ringing in the ears. So I've got some stuff coming through. So that's cool. Yeah, sorry, that distracted me. But yes, so this is that reminder that maintaining our vibration, maintaining our frequency, this is what's going to be really, really, really important. And we do that again with gratitude, right? That's the key. That's the key for this. It's like moving out of this energy, learning from what happened, understanding that we were trying in some way or another to surrender our power and recognizing, hey, I am a powerful, powerful goddess of a being. I can do this. I've got this. I don't need to surrender my power to someone else in order to be able to achieve what I want. And I can co-create and collaborate with others to do that, but I don't need someone else to make something happen for me. Very different energies, right? Focusing on the gratitude, discovering it's been a lot of our own faulty beliefs, lots of illusion that has been holding us back, and making sure that we are prioritizing our energy, our frequency, so that we can step into this 9 of Pentacles energy. All right, so that's awesome. Let's get clarifying cards for each of my live viewers here in my Facebook group and on the live on Instagram. That is why I keep looking back and forth, because I have not reset up my restream. But hopefully by Monday that will be set up. I just did not want to fight with it today. All right. Hello, hello. All right. So we're going to do the individual card pulls now. Y'all already know in my group. So you just keep commenting your name over and over and over again for me, please, and thank you. I shift through the cards. When one pops out, I look up and see what name I see, and that's whose card that is. So we really let spirit guide. We do it very intuitively. So just keep commenting your name here in the Facebook group and on Instagram. Just keep commenting the name over and over and over again. I got chills on this one. Julie, 8 of Pentacles here. So 8 of Pentacles reverse, this is going into that energy of I really have to perfect myself in order to move forward. And this is not true. We need to get started. This is that energy of kind of our possum archetypes where it's like the perfectionism. I have to make sure that everything is perfect. I have to make sure that everything is exactly how it should be in order to take any steps. So this is not the best energy. We want to make sure that we're having this more of an upright of I'm going to do the things to work on this and make sure that I'm aligned with my goals, but it's okay for me to go ahead and start and collect data as I go. Okay, so be easy with yourself. Allow yourself to start. All right, keep commenting your names. See what else we have. So that's going to help you, Julie, to really step into more of that financial abundance. Stop waiting for something. Like you need to just get started is really what I'm Ooh, who's this? Alice. Oh my gosh, look at this. Same card again. That one was like hot. It was popping. Alice, this is for you. It's honestly the same kind of message as what I'm getting for that one. It's like we sit and we wait, right? We're waiting. It's like we're waiting for permission. Like we're waiting for, maybe that's that surrender power energy there for y'all. Maybe that's what it is. It's like I've been sitting here waiting for someone or something to give me this go ahead, and your desire is your go ahead. So go. All right. So keep commenting your names, please. See what else we have. See if we get a different card this time. I just find that weird when that happens. This one's popping now. The World card, I'm being guided to lift my head up. So Andrea, the World card reversed. So Andrea, you're holding on to a cycle that was meant to end, but you're not letting it. So this is, it's like there was supposed to be, I don't know if you saw the full reading before, but there was a lesson that we were supposed to learn to help us be able to move into more stability, more prosperity. And what I'm getting from this, Andrea, is you're holding on to something that was meant to be a temporary lesson. That is what I'm getting. All right. Everyone else, please keep commenting your names. Oh my gosh. Hey, Facebook, thanks so much. All right, keep commenting your names over and over and over again, please and thank you. Let's see what else we have for this one. Annie, ooh, Annie, she came back for you. 9 of Pentacles, so moving into more of this feeling of financial abundance and security. I would make sure that we're being very, very mindful about your influx of income and where we're investing that to make sure that it grows. That's what I'm getting, like being very savvy with that. You're welcome, Andrea. All right, for everyone else, please keep commenting your names so that I know that you want a card and that I know that it's for you. Both in the group and on the live on Instagram. I try to get through everybody. One day I know I won't be able to. But for now, while the algorithm hates me, we can make it happen. This one, Elaine. Elaine, 3 of Pentacles reversed. So this is actually, usually 3 of Pentacles to me is like the collaboration card. It's like coming together with another person. It's a church. So I see this as like the divine. We're co-creating, we're making something. So Elaine, there's an energy here with it reversed that we're kind of not wanting to, or we're fearing having that collaboration. I'm getting an energy of like fearing a betrayal or something like that. So maybe a little bit of witch's moon energy. So I would kind of check into that. That might be what is affecting. I'm being shown in my mind the 5 of Cups card. So it's like affecting your ability to be able to focus on what's working. It's like this fear is kind of the 8 of Swords is back too. So that fear is there. You're welcome. Sorry, like jumbled. Okay, keep commenting your names. Who do I have? Okay, just making sure that everything is running properly. Okay, Barbara, Queen of Cups for you, Barbara. So with this is definitely about tapping into your feminine energy, tapping into your intuition more. If you've been feeling like you've been a little bit in hustle mode, more of like that, the masculine energy of go, 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 got to figure it out. I feel like that's operating, I'm hearing it's operating out of integrity with how your natural cycle wants to go. Like there needs to be a little bit more of tuning in, the trusting, the flow energy, like waiting to take action. It's almost like, it's making me think of like human design, or it's like waiting for the feedback. You get an idea, wait for the feedback on it. like a lot of hustle, kind of anxiety feeling that I'm getting in my body. Okay, everyone else, please keep commenting the names. Please, please, please. Let's see. Oh, Brianna. Oh my gosh, you go back in there. All right, sounds like you have two. That happens sometimes. The Hermit with Ace of Swords. So Brianna, forgive me if it's Brianna, I'm sorry. I feel like you've been going into a little bit of a time of like being more recluse, like pulling back, needing to tend to your energies. This may have felt kind of like, oh, when is this going to end? Is this going to get better? Because the hermit mode can kind of go a little bit into depression mode, let's be honest. But I feel like this has been for a reason. There's been something cultivating and growing because you have the Ace of Swords here, which is like a new idea. This is like fresh motivation too, where it's like, aha, like I've got this, I understand, I see this clearly now. So trust that. I would lean into that gratitude aspect as well, Brianna. That's what's going to help you step more into that, like the idea and the freshness of that versus going too deep into the hermit mode where we can start getting a little lost in our mind. Okay. Keep commenting your names, please. Malia, I saw you there as those were all spilling everywhere. Malia, 10 of Pentacles. 10 of Pentacles upright is like the really, really good, like abundant, wish is coming true. I've got everything I need. So Malia, what I have from this is like, this is your potential. But remember again, from the full reading, that 5 of Cups, it's like, if we're not focused on the right things, we're not going to be able to access this potential. So making sure that we're really being positive, focusing towards the gratitude, focusing towards, okay, what is working? Let me lean into that energy. It's going to give you the right guidance to be able to make sure that that energy is aligned and working for you in the right ways. All right. How many more do we have? You're welcome, Barbara, if you're still on here. All right. Did I get everyone? Alicia, I see you. I'm sorry, these comments are like cut off. You're welcome, Brianna. Glad it resonated. Okay, this is for you, Alicia, 5 of Wands. Feeling very like protective, combative. This is disconnecting you. Like the first thing that popped in my mind is like adrenals, right? So like we might be going into some adrenal fatigue kind of energies, cortisol levels, feeling some anxiety, some stress. So again, the gratitude, oxytocin is like the antidote for cortisol. So going into gratitude can help us activate oxytocin by even like visualizing things that we really want and enjoying them and being in that. If you have a pet, like snuggling them, loving on them, really fueling yourself up in that way. But I do feel like there's this very protective energy that's been there. Ada, are you still on here? This is for you, 2 of Swords. So there has been this feeling of kind of a lack of sense of direction. We're not sure kind of what to do. Almost like I'm hearing like we don't know who to trust. Like this could be outside influences, but it also could be you. Like you've got, you know, we can allow parts of ourselves to exist simultaneously, and that's like the higher self and that fearful self. They're both kind of like fighting. It's like I don't know who to trust, which is my fear, which is my intuition. So this is what we need to get clarity on, Ada, is like really learning to tune in and understand, okay, is this fear or is this my intuition that is talking to me? You're welcome, Malia. Okay, you're welcome, Alicia. Yeah, I definitely feel like there might be some adrenal fatigue going on there. Is that everyone? Nabila, are you still on? If you are, I'll pull one more. Sorry, you got a scratchy throat. Light language course you have, is it live? It's pre-recorded. It's pre-recorded, and you can get through it in a couple days. Yeah, you can do it at your pace. You're welcome, Ada. All right, I guess Nabila hopped off because. Okay, is that everybody? Did I get everyone? Yeah, y'all. The light language course is on sale until 8/8, so it's $88 to learn how to channel light language, use all the different modalities inside light language. It's normally $444. So for those on Instagram, if you want the link for that, just comment LL88 for light language 88 all together, and you'll get the automated message for the link. I'm never going to pretend, yes, it's automated for those that don't know. And then for here on Facebook, you can just message me, or I can drop it in the comments. But yeah, I would claim that because it's a powerful modality to really be able to tap into right now. All right, any questions, feel free to reach out. And I will see you all on Monday. Have a wonderful weekend. Bye.